Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We're back, baby. We have Troy and Blake recapping their chaotic Bristol trip. Fire crews respond to a house fire yesterday. The county clerk tracked your tax dollars from last year's budget. An RV campground is being proposed to the commissioners, and the bed and breakfast fad might be slowing down in St. Augustine. We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. Support all of our wonderful sponsors, and you can support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can find us on YouTube and help us reach our goal of 2,000 subscribers. You can also follow us on Rumble. Facebook stars are an amazing way to support us. We appreciate those. And our app is back and better than ever. Download it today in the Apple App Store. All right. Good morning, Blevins boys. Welcome back.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. What a weekend.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, the theme of the weekend was, it can't get worse. Yeah, it did. Can't get worse. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just everything, just kept piling on. So we made it through it.
I'm glad you survived.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So.
Well, I thought that you might be a little down in the dumps today.
Oh, we have Starburst.
Here's all of the colors.
All the colors.
And here's pink only.
Oh, there you go. Pink ones. Because everyone knows the pink ones are the best.
They are the best. So, can't be too
not
bad.
that I hate on the others.
Equal opportunity.
Like you get all the non-pink.
Yeah, yep. That's
soften the blow a little bit.
That's indeed what I get for.
This is the theme of the weekend.
Embrace the suck. That's what started happening in the group chat. We started getting hashtag embrace the suck.
Yeah. It was that weekend.
Yeah.
So I mean, start off Friday. We're going along pretty good. We're going along, but we stop and then we eat at this chicken place somewhere in Georgia or something like that, and we come back and I can't get the generator going, which runs the AC in the back.
Ugh.
Okay. And I go back there, and there's a problem with the air filter. I messed with it a little bit, still couldn't get it going. I was like, okay, I'm just going to let it cool down. And so we went 4 hours without AC in the RV in the back. And at the end of that ride, I'm getting really tired.
Yeah, I bet.
And I was like, okay, we stopped at a rest area. I was like, let's just try the AC. Generator started. I was like, okay, that came back. We're okay. We get to the first stop. We have a little bit of a power issue. We have to use like the 20 amp, the 30 amp, 50 amp at the site where we're at doesn't work.
Okay.
So again, we could have an AC problem, but it was like 66 degrees.
So not that bad.
We didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
So we handle all that. We go to take a shower there. They only have cold water. The whole reason you stay at an RV park is so you can get a shower.
Hot water, yeah.
And then we made it the rest of the way up, and then we go into the fan zone, which is a huge fan zone. And where we were at the baseball classic, Speedway Classic, which was in Bristol, which is the largest Major League Baseball game ever.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 91,000 people at this game.
That's a lot of people.
And we go in the fan zone. I look up. I was like, "Oh man, that rain's coming!" And we started. I was like, "Let's get back to the RV." And we got poured on then.
Yeah,
like
we got that video.
Dripping wet, poured on then. No, you got the second video of when we got poured on. So we get back, we change. Thank goodness we are at the RV, and the RV's up a hill pretty good. It's Bristol, baby. And that's like what they say. It's Bristol, baby.
Yeah.
You know, we get back, and then we go back into the game. Has a little bit of a rain delay, actually quite a bit of a rain delay, and we are just a mile away from the field.
Yeah.
Because 91,000 people,
Yeah.
like, and our seats are midway, and we're still a mile away.
Dang.
And they throw out the first pitch. They do the flyover. We do the little stunt with we were sitting in the portion where you had to hold the cards up, look through the cards, and then you turn around and you had to sit down. Like it was
So
instructions.
you comply.
Yeah, I comply. Aiden's taking pictures of the flyover. Non-compliance were made. And get Johnny Bench and Chipper are throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah.
So, which is my favorite player and the only player in the Hall of Fame that I coached.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a cool connection.
That's cool.
So they threw out the first pitch. We got to see a little bit of Pitbull and Tim McGraw right before that concert still went on.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the first inning, it opens up again. And we stayed there for a little bit. And then we're like, nope, we're just out of here.
Yeah.
So, because it just never stopped.
Yeah.
So it just never stopped. And then they finally called it. So the game was supposed to start at 7. It didn't start until like 9:40.
I think it started like more like 10 o'clock. Like,
Yeah.
It, like so we got to like the top of the first. We got that. Then we got to 1 out in the bottom of the first.
Yeah.
Then the rain came again.
Yeah, and then we got so absolutely drenched that time. And by this time it's cold, so you got a little chill with it.
Yeah.
So, and we get through all that, and then like Sunday, the game starts, and we, because only half the people showed up, we just went and sat right behind home plate.
Yeah.
So we had great seats for Sunday for actually watching the game, and our rule was we got to make sure we make it to the 6th inning. That makes it a complete game. That counts for us being here for attending the game, and then we took off because I was wanting to get home to be on the Stoidum.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah, he was working hard to be here.
I was working hard to be here. I was going to get home around 1 in the morning. But just past Columbia, I'm in the fast lane, and our RV is big. It's 34 feet. It's a bus.
Yeah.
And I'm in the fast lane, cruising along, and I had just said to Blake said, "Oh, we're 4 minutes ahead of schedule." You know how like you have a schedule? We're 4 minutes ahead of schedule. And I was like, "Oh man, we're making good time." And almost as I said that, the RV heard me. And it said, "That's what you think." And it just it acted like it ran out of gas. I think it's a fuel filled. And I was, now granted, we're in Columbia at like 7:30.
Home of the Gamecock.
Yeah, and the traffic's pretty bad. And I'm in the fast lane, so I have to get this thing over as it's losing speed across people doing 80 miles an hour past us, and then over to the median. And then we couldn't find the hazard lights. By the way, in case you're wondering, it was on the steering wheel.
All right.
But Blake goes, "Oh, I think that's it right there." And there's a button over here. It doesn't really have anything. And we hit that button, and that's the heater, but we don't have the propane tanks hooked up. So all that did was release, I'm assuming like propane into the, and the carbon dioxide alarm goes off. So we're going 15 to 20 miles an hour along the shoulder. And then all of a sudden you hear, and it is loud inside this RV. I finally come to a stop on the shoulder to try and figure out what's going on with everything else. And Blake is in such a hurry to get out of the RV. He slips and crashes into the door. One shoe comes off. He's outside. We finally all get outside. We're looking around, making sure there's no fire or anything. I look over at Blake. Blake's standing up on the hill. He's got one shoe on. The other one's like laying on the side of the road. We look like the biggest DeLand. I mean, I couldn't have been more DeLand looking than what we had. So, but we were able to get it to the rest area, which was about a half mile up. So I limped it to the rest area and called for a tow truck. Tow truck's like, oh, okay, we'll dispatch somebody, and that tow truck for an RV is a very expensive on interstate in the middle of the night on a Sunday.
That is not your AAA.
On a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday night.
We have
in South Carolina.
We have Progressive. So I'm hoping to get reimbursed, but I don't know if we're going to get reimbursed at that level. So they're like, okay, we'll be there, and then I call back because no one showed up after an hour. They go, oh, okay, sorry, they're not going to be there until 3.
Yeah.
So A.M. And I was like, all right, we're just going to get a hotel room. We'll leave the keys in it. And we found a hotel room, but we went in one direction and the RV's going in the other direction.
Yeah.
So, because that's the way the weekend works.
That's embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. And yeah, Rebecca said how expensive it was. $1,000 for the tow.
That was as soon as you heard like that estimate go out, like the cost go out, you were just laying into the guy. It was like, it was not pretty.
Well, I mean, I was okay pretty much with $1,000, but it cost me $1,000 and they still hadn't showed up.
Yeah.
So they didn't actually show up until the next morning.
For $1,000, it better be good service.
But we get to the hotel. The three of us pack up and get to the hotel. And that's when I discover I left my phone in the RV.
Yeah.
25 miles away.
Yeah.
Which actually worked out. Because that way we could tell when the RV moved. Because I had to find their phone on Blake's phone and on my iPad.
Yeah.
So and I was able to communicate.
Tracking the RV.
I was able to track the RV, and because by morning they hadn't picked it up, I was like, I just got scammed for $1,000.
Yeah,
that's what was going through my head.
Yeah,
because everybody I talked to had a different accent, and it was like a call center.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. But we'll say though, that night though, we do want to thank Angela, our Uber driver, for picking us up.
She was so nice because we had 2 Uber drivers that wouldn't even come to the. I mean, just imagine how it sounds.
You got broken up with by Uber drivers.
Yeah, we had 2 Uber drivers that canceled on us.
Yeah, because
we're sitting out in the middle. I mean, we're between like Orangeburg and West Columbia, and we're going to Orangeburg was where our hotel's at, but. No one would come get us because it's like 10 after 10 o'clock at night. We're at a rest area.
Yep.
And you're calling for an Uber.
It sounds like you're trying to kidnap someone.
Yes, it sounds like you're trying to do harm.
I'm too lazy to find a victim. I just need to order one to come to me.
The nicest woman. She was an Army vet. Her husband was a vet, and just the sweetest lady. So thank you, Angela. So it was pretty wild. Next day. We wake up and we decide, we finally get a hold of them. They say, mechanic can't look at it until Wednesday. So
of course.
That means, okay, now we got to figure out how to get home. So we decide we're getting a rent-a-car. We go to the rent-a-car place. They have 2 choices. One is a Prius.
That's almost like recycling.
The other one, I swore, I made it 58 years. I swore I was never, ever going to drive a minivan. And I got a minivan.
Welcome to the dark side, brother.
Yeah. And she's sweet. We have to drop her off today. It's going to be a little heartbreaking for me.
And actually, we're dropping off at the Enterprise at the Beaux-Arts Ford campus.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's where we're doing it.
I mean, minivans like a lovely chubby girl. You know?
It's a moped.
She might not be on the cover of magazines, but she's got some tricks up her sleeve to make it worth it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, minivans will seduce you.
Yeah. No. It was. I mean,
she got us home, so
she was a good ride. So and we had to drive 40 miles north to get my phone.
Yes, you did.
And we got lucky with that as well because
this is the only lucky thing we had. So we show up at like 1 o'clock, and I called the guy. The guy's upset. He's like, "We're at lunch," and I don't know if you can Google West Columbia. It's going to say it's a dangerous city. That's where my RV's at right now. But
nothing shady.
So we decided, okay, I had to go to the bathroom because I'm 58. I always have to go to the bathroom. And we went to a Dunkin', got some donuts, come back, waiting for them to come back. And I drove around the block because they weren't there yet. And we come back, and a guy is like just opening the gate. I was like, What I didn't realize is this guy was just coming to pick up a part. And the other guys didn't come back to lunch for like another hour. But this guy let me in to get my phone, let me get the cooler and stuff like that. Made it back, and then they called me like an hour later. Hey, we're back. Hey, I already got my stuff. See you on Friday. So that was the entire weekend. We made it back, and yeah, a little sleepy.
But now you have Starburst.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of hours in and a lot of steps in. I think on Saturday I got 15,000 steps.
Just walking back and forth.
Just walking back and forth from the RV park to the stadium, and
for all the rain delay.
And we basically where our seats were, we had to climb up rickety metal. If you've ever been to Bristol, and any Speedway is kind of built like this.
Daytona, they renovated Daytona, so
yeah, but that's because of the renovations. But we had to go up like 6 flights of stairs to get to our seat.
Of course.
And down and up.
About
and
6
down
times.
And up. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And because I've been on the sidelines of yours and Mike Davis's friendship for long enough, I know that you have a long-standing bet about Braves and Reds games. And before you left, he called.
Yes,
and he's like, just going to go ahead and buy you lunch now. And it sounds like that jinx worked better than he expected.
Yeah.
I blame the whole thing on that phone call.
he jinxed me. And that's a typical phone call when you're the underdog. You call and you just concede ahead of time.
Yeah.
And,
you gotcha.
We don't answer the phone for each other during the Florida State Miami game.
Yeah.
We just don't answer the phone.
Yeah. That's the best tactic based on what just happened.
So
don't answer that phone call. The way he got you to answer it is that he called you on Thursday, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you were expecting something else.
Yeah, because we talk pretty much every day. So no, it was interesting, and there was characters we met along the way. So
yeah.
But it was 91,000 people for a baseball game was pretty wild. The flyover was great. The stadium looked great. They spelt Kyle Busch as like a NASCAR champion, and he was out there with Johnny Bench and Chipper, along with Chase Elliott. Now Kyle Busch is the first person to win the truck race, the Xfinity race, and the Cup race all in the same weekend.
Okay.
All right. So his name is on the ring there, like the Kyle Busch sweep. All right. So he's throwing out the first pitch. And on the Jumbotron above where we're looking, it shows his name underneath. And then they spelled his name wrong. A guy who's like a legend in that building, and they spelled his name wrong. So it was
keeps him humble.
Yeah.
My maiden name no one could spell. So every award that I ever got, my name was spelled wrong in some way.
Yeah.
I earned a college degree. So the first thing I did was check the spelling of my name, because my whole life my name had been spelled wrong. They spelled their name wrong. They spelled the college's name wrong on my college diploma.
You should have known that was.
Oh, they shut down within 2 years of issuing that diploma.
I was going to say, you should have known right then.
Yeah. It's great.
No, it was, and everyone spells my name wrong. Everyone puts the E before the L. Belvins. Tony Belvins. So.
That works. Do we have a question of the day?
All right, question of the day. Sorry about that.
You're good.
We rambled quite a bit. What is your biggest personality change from your child to adult? Biggest personality change from child to adult?
Evidently, as a child, I was up with the sun, bright, smiley face, ready to get the day started. I was essentially a character from a Disney movie. Like, the sun's awake, it's time to play, let's go. It took 20 alarms to get me here today.
Oh, wow.
So that definitely changed. I was an early riser, and I was happy about it. And then I heard about taxes, and no, I have to hit the snooze 1,000 times now. So that's probably my biggest change. What about you, Blake?
I'll definitely say like my biggest thing is like I'm definitely like a lot more like cynical like to like a lot of things. Like when I was a child, like I used to be like all optimistic. Now I realize like I think like watching a lot of Family Guy and a lot of South Park just broke my mind.
Yeah,
broke your mind. That's what broke your mind.
I blame TV.
Yeah, and I think the biggest change for me actually happened in college, and I'm the opposite of you because when I was a kid, I slept. And I slept hard, and like I would sleep in my clothes for school the next day so I could get an extra 5 minutes of sleep. And now, like on the trip, the boys are asleep 3 hours before me.
Yeah,
I wake up an hour ahead of them, and it's like, oh my gosh, I was jealous. I was watching them. I was like, how are you guys sleeping this much?
How dare you?
So and I didn't even try and be quiet. At the house. I try and be quiet. Like I wake up before I go to bed about 3 hours after everyone.
Yeah.
And I wake up about an hour before everyone. And, I try and be quiet. Well, except Ty. Ty wakes up really early.
Yeah.
So, but I usually wake up with Ty.
But I will say though, the one thing I learned during the trip was I got to hear a little bit of your DeLand accent.
Oh yeah.
Did the DeLand come out of you?
Yeah. No. Like when I'm in Tennessee. In that area, and I'm talking to people, I'll just. I'm a chameleon. I'm a chameleon, and that's my real voice. I changed my voice in college too. So I had a bad accent when I was my sister. You would be like, "There's a lot of fixing and y'alls in you." Not over there. So
I feel like it's genetic because I come from South Carolina people and Georgia people, but I always grew up around military bases, and so I don't have a thick Southern accent in just my day-to-day speech. But if I'm around my family, then it comes out and my kids start laughing because like I just say things different. I definitely get more Southern if I'm around the accent.
A little string was tickling me here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it attacked me.
Call HR.
Yes. I think I'm HR too. But no. So I was talking to this gentleman about his diesel.
Yeah.
And we had a nice conversation, and Blake came by, and I was like, "No, that's really what my voice was."
Yeah.
Until college, I purposely in college was like, "All right, if I want to be successful in business, I can't talk like this."
Such a stereotype, the whole Southern accent thing.
100%. But and I used it to my advantage when I felt like they thought they were superior. I'd go into the country dumb.
Oh yeah.
In negotiations, and it always worked out for me.
Sneaks up on.
Yeah.
The whole idea that Southern accent means you're dumb. It's weird. We've got more presidents from the South than from the Yankee area of the North.
Yeah. And the high IQ.
Yeah.
A lot of the high IQ presidents are from the South.
So. Yeah. Stereotypes. All right. Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
All right. Guess what's going to happen?
Is it hot?
Rain.
Oh.
It is hot, but it's rain. But it's a moist hot.
It's a moist hot. An extra moist hot.
So about the time we start bollocks, you're probably going to see some drizzling happening.
Yeah. Very swampy bollocks.
Yes, swampy bollocks.
That quick check of the weather brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets. Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's a perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after-work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music Thursday through Sunday, open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. All right. Buckle up, baby. It's the Blake's traffic report.
Traffic's looking fine.
Yeah, it's moving.
And let me drop the title for you.
You got it. Thank you.
And it looks even more fine when I drop the title.
That is true. Sparsely populated and moving well.
Indeed.
What we like to see.
Indeed, because thankfully there's no 34-foot RV on the road today.
Can Photoshop a little sticker
on the side of the road.
That traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program at hometownpass.com. Sign up today. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine one stop at a time. All right, we're going to move into the news. St. Johns County Clerk releases new Tracking Your Tax Dollars report for 2024. The St. Johns County Clerk of Circuit Court and County Comptroller is giving residents a clearer look at where their money goes. The office has released the 5th edition of its financial guide, Tracking Your Tax Dollars, a guide to St. Johns County's finances, covering the county's fiscal year 2024, which ended September 30th. Clerk Brandon J. Patty says the goal is transparency and public trust, turning the county's dense annual comprehensive financial report into a simpler, user-friendly breakdown. The guide outlines how tax dollars are collected, allocated, and invested, and also includes economic indicators, demographics, and community trends, like housing data and public spending patterns. Residents can read the full guide at stjohnsclerk.com/PAFR. All right, so that's where you can find it.
Yep.
How do you like these guides? Better than the comp plan?
Yeah. The Patriot.
I mean, they do a very good job stylistically. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah.
It is much better. So
helpful to know this information, so you're better informed should you attend meetings and cast votes, share opinions.
The breakdown of the dollar of $100. Oh, okay. I guess that would be the same breakdown if it was $1.
Benjamin Franklin does not look pleased with being chopped up.
Yeah. Just get me out of here.
I didn't ask for this. All right. RV campground proposal in St. Johns County.
Oh, gosh.
To be heard Tuesday. Here, have a Starburst.
Well, I wouldn't need one.
A new RV campground proposal in St. Johns County is set to come before commissioners at their next meeting. The plan centers on 77 acres at 8,000 US 1 South, just west of Matanzas State Forest and about 5 miles east of I-95. The site is currently home to an equestrian service. The request asks for a large-scale comprehensive plan amendment to change the land designation from rural silviculture to rural commercial, paving the way to expanding existing equestrian activities and primitive campground into a full RV campground. The Planning and Zoning Agency considered the proposal July 17th, but the motion to approve failed by a 3-3 tie vote. Supporters point to the county's limited number of RV campsites and the property's proximity to trails, parks, beaches, and other natural attractions, saying it aligns with the county's goal of promoting outdoor recreation. Commissioners will now decide whether to move the project forward. I did good with the rural words, didn't I?
Rural.
I practiced.
There was some rural.
I practiced. I need to silence the notifications on this text group because for some reason on the iPad it didn't hide alerts.
Yeah, that's
And that way it won't ding anymore.
My iPad was down here. My phone went off a little bit ago.
Yeah. All right. How do you feel about a new RV park coming?
I hate RVs.
So scared to ask that question.
Why would you put this story in about an RV park? Like,
for this very reason right now.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit over here and enjoy my Starburst.
Got to be careful, Blake. You might not get any.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments
that's a lot of sugar this early in the morning.
What gas prices are looking like in your area. We've got Sunoco at North Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.84. Shell at 146 King Street's at $2.89. Owens on South Ponce is also $2.89. Sunoco on South Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.89. The Shell at North Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.95. Gate at Mizell Road's at $319. Gate at US 1 North is also $319. The Circle K on 207 is $319 as well. Circle K on US 1 North is $319. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $319. That Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero, Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero, Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number, Chris Lucero, Bail Bonds. They are at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245.
Yeah.
Got live music today. Brett Blackshear's at Tradewinds Lounge at 1 o'clock. Mark Hart is at Tradewinds Lounge at 5 o'clock. Jeremy Weinglass is at Michael's at 6 p.m. Aslan and the Naysayer is at Prohibition Kitchen at 6 p.m. Smoke and Joe Showers at Ann O'Malley's Deli and Pub at 6 p.m. Fond Kisser is at Salt Life Food Shack at 6 p.m. Fond Kaiser. I mean, it's funnier if it's Kisser. Fond Kisser. I get it.
What's a pizza?
Trivia with Troy, Blake, and Aiden is at Sonny's Barbecue at 7 p.m. Don't miss it.
Get to come home and do my long day. Yeah.
You just might get a Starburst.
No. We're not sure.
That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted Best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. All right, quick one for the trends, because I know you've been through a lot.
All right.
Give you an update. We have an update for the trends.
Trend update.
We talked about Dan Riviera passing away on the Devils on the Run tour. He had the Annabelle haunted doll that was the inspiration for the movie The Conjuring. So he passed away on July 13th.
Okay.
They released his cause of death, which was natural, no foul play. Well, the next thing I hear is that the doll's missing.
Oh, boy.
So the haunted doll that was on tour with this man, and this man who was otherwise healthy, passed away, and we're not getting any further details other than natural causes. On the Devils on the Run tour, the doll goes missing. So the next update I get is that a famous person has purchased the museum, including the doll.
Oh, boy.
Matt Rife. Comedian Matt Rife.
Oh, gosh.
Has purchased the haunted Annabelle doll and the museum associated with the lore. So Ed and Lorraine Warren were the previous owners of this museum, this haunted museum, and were the guardians of the Annabelle doll.
Okay.
Now it's comedian Matt Rife. So bear that in mind. Should you go to a Matt Rife tour, who knows what's going to happen with this daggone doll?
Yeah, I'm not, I mean, I like Matt Rife. I think it's funny. I think his crowd work is great.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, nope, not going now.
He was.
But we'll say that I definitely like Rife before he got plastic surgery.
I mean, I'm not going to shame him.
No,
Fair enough.
If he felt like he needed to do that, that's on him.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's also a picture of him at like 14, and that's a picture of him at 25
the one on the left,
working
the one on the
out.
left is not. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most of what he did, the work that I've seen, is that he got his teeth done.
Yeah, I can't pick on him for that one.
I mean,
yeah, I got summer teeth.
if you
No one, I can tell you this: if you saw me at 14, I mean, my teeth looked like the North Jetties. Then they got knocked out. Oh, now they're straight.
There you go, perfect teeth. See, I did it the hard way. I went with braces.
Yeah.
All right, so Matt Rife now owns the haunted doll, and yeah, so that's probably where that story is going to end, unless Matt Rife decides to do something terrible with the doll.
Yeah, he could send it to his enemies.
I know. He could just like leave it into the green room.
That's something he would do. I mean, I think his
Leave it in the
personality
green
is-
room for other comedians to find.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, he was on that MTV like roast battle show.
Yeah.
And so that's why his crowd worked so good, because he was just roasting
It was like
people at
back
like
and forth.
16.
Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth there.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a funny guy. All right, moving back into the news, something not so funny. Massive flames seen from St. Augustine house. It was a house fire on Monday. A large house fire in St. Augustine was still active Monday afternoon, with fire rescue attempting to put it out. Massive flames could be seen at the house at the 500 block of Pantano Drive. They said the fire started around 4 p.m. The fire was put out sometime between 4:35 and 4:45 p.m. No one was inside the house at the time, and no one was injured. There was severe weather in the area, and the fire may have been caused by lightning, according to SJFR. This is not a confirmed cause for the fire at this time. So there was a lot of chatter on the St. Augustine Facebook pages about this fire. What people were saying in the comments was that this was the model home in that neighborhood.
Oh my.
And they were saying that it was a lightning strike that started it. But, you know, it's the interwebs. Take that with a grain of salt. SJFR will probably give us that update on what the true cause of the fire was. But it seemed to have started right in the junction, kind of between the garage and like the front door.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, anytime these fires happen, it's pretty bad. It's just, I mean, I'm just happy no one gets hurt.
Yeah, for sure. If it was the model home, then I'm assuming it was unoccupied at that point, and so I mean that's the best case scenario if it's an unoccupied home.
Yeah.
That's something like this happens.
Yeah, because a lot of times families lose everything.
Yeah.
They get out of it, but then they lose all their clothes, all their pictures, all their, all their family heirlooms, stuff like that.
That's what happened to the family in my neighborhood when they lost their house to a fire. Very sad situation. All right, another high-profile St. Augustine bed and breakfast is put up for sale as demand softens. An 8-room bed and breakfast in the heart of downtown St. Augustine is now on the market for $2.4 million. The 44 Spanish Street Inn is just steps from St. George Street and Flagler College. It combines early 20th century charm with modern amenities. Built in 1920, the 3,560 square foot property sits on a 0.09 acre parcel and last sold in 2016 for $1.2 million. The inn is being marketed as a turnkey hospitality business, but also promotes its commercial zoning and prime walkable location, suggesting future possibilities such as a boutique inn with a cafe, restaurant, or a retail component. Each guest room offers air conditioning, flat screen TVs, and Wi-Fi, with guests enjoying a full complimentary breakfast in the shaded courtyard or on the front terrace. The property listed on July 21st by realtor Brad Officer joins several other bed and breakfasts that have been put up for sale in recent weeks, including at Journey's End, the Penny Farthing Inn, and 1001 Nights. Former inn owners says that the rise of short-term rentals and expanded hotel options in St. Augustine has softened demand for traditional inns, leading some longtime owners to sell. If your modern amenities that you're touting are air conditioning and flat screen TVs and Wi-Fi, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, this one's all about the character and the location.
Yeah.
And this is it's an amazing location. It's one of the better locations of all the bed and breakfast out there. And I can tell you it's the problem with a lot of these bed and breakfasts. They're in these old houses, so they're more expensive to upkeep. It's like me, I'm more expensive to upkeep, and it's a challenge to keep up with it. And then when you have any softening in the market, these are the guys that get hit first because the marketing that goes into the Hiltons and the Marriotts and the bigger brands, they can't compete with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have to rely on their character. They have to rely on their return guests. And a lot of the return guests are getting older and not traveling as much. And so these bed and breakfasts are paying for that and getting hit with the softening of the market because their margins are so much tighter. They only have 8 rooms to deal with.
Yeah.
So you miss 2 rooms, you're down 25%.
Yeah.
You miss 3 rooms and you're like not
Yeah.
not covering
You're not,
the cost.
Yeah, you're not
So,
breaking even.
so it's a lot of those factors are playing into the bed and breakfast, and that's why you're seeing so many out there and so many available. And we talked a little bit about Airbnb softening last week, and
Yeah.
this is the same. It's that same market.
Yeah,
that
for
that
sure.
is that's definitely looking at different options.
The same customer looking for something that's more homey and more personal feeling. And as you're saying, if the customers are aging, then they might be looking at, I love this bed and breakfast, but they don't have an elevator. And my knees, I just can't carry the bags up the elevator or up the stairs anymore. So, I mean, that could be part of it as well, just less accessible in an older home.
Well, I mean, in these hotels have, USB ports. They have, they have all the modern amenities, which we've grown accustomed to. And when you stay at a bed and breakfast, you gotta expect not to have some of those things. You gotta bring them with you. And millennials are kind of like, okay, just let's get it done and get in and out of there. And
millennials will drop you a point if you don't have a USB-C.
Yeah.
I have to bring a cube with me. What are you talking about?
And then they'll report that. So and bed and breakfast, those Yelp reviews are valuable. So the bed and breakfast people really pay attention to those.
I feel like the millennial and younger customer, they're looking for a food experience. Having just like bacon and eggs, that's not going to cut it. They're looking for that avocado toast and or foodie, something they can Instagram.
Well, there's one about to open, a Hilton that's about to open on the a brand that's specifically just for millennials and zillennials, and it's called True.
Okay.
And it's basic.
Yeah.
But it's got the USB, it's got hot showers, it's got like everything
so
you need.
It's cheap, but it has all of the things.
Exactly.
You don't need a cube.
That's kind of the target that they're going after. And the higher end millennials have like the mach-e and some of the other ones like those that are out there. So, I mean, the good thing about Marriott and Hilton, they keep each other in competition. So like the CVS and Walgreens, you'll see one here and then the other one's going to pop up across the street. So
for sure, CVS gets me with those coupons.
Yeah,
a wallpaper long receipt with all the coupons.
Winn-Dixie does that too, though.
Yeah,
Winn-Dixie the coupon is 16 feet longer than it needs to be.
For sure.
I just bought an apple.
Well, now you have packaging. You
can
wrap it.
I can wrap the apple with.
Troy, how do you want to check the comments today?
I don't. On this tempestuous Tuesday, I will trek through the thoughts of our terrific tribe. Sorry, Bobby, I couldn't go with what you had. It had my name in it too many times.
Tempestuous.
Tempestuous.
That comment search brought to you by B&S Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to B&S Signs, proudly family-owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high-quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with B&S Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. Also brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Need a customer prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House. Proudly owned by Troy Ucina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. All right, Troy, give us a comments report.
All right. In the comments, Wawa was at $3.19. Costco was at $2.61. I think the lowest on our trip we saw was like a $2.51 somewhere in South Carolina. And Kelly, as far as the question of the day, I think she nailed it. Biggest personality change from a child to adult: paying bills.
100%.
That changes your personality like nothing else.
I think that's where your cynicism came in.
Yeah. And people are saying our story sounded like a National Lampoon Vacation. Yeah, unfortunately, I was like Cousin Eddie. It was chairs full.
It's a spin-off series.
Yeah.
It's the Cousin Eddie National Lampoon's
All right.
Edition.
And great conversation with Barbara Jean in the comments. Appreciate you.
Glad you're with
doing
us,
so
Barbara
much
Jean.
better. And the show that he was on was Wild and Out with Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
So that was the show
Before
he was
Nick
on.
Cannon had 47 and a half kids.
Yeah, he only had 16 and a half.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Do we have a Stardom stat today?
Oh, we do. On this day, 1962, it's the day Marilyn was found dead.
Oh.
And Marilyn was 36 years old, and she had become recluse kind of in that last year, and she was dealing with a lot of depression and those things. And so there was a lot of still controversy around Marilyn's death, but it was she was married to Joe DiMaggio, who I think ended up paying for her funeral and doing all that stuff even after they were divorced. He never really wasn't in love with Marilyn.
Yeah, I really think that they loved each other, and I think the celebrity got in the way. I just don't think he was prepared to share her with the world the way he did.
No, I don't think his personality, here's a guy who's top of his game, World Series champ and stuff like that. And, he's probably very strong Italian man.
Yeah, he wanted a more traditional woman, and he expected her to change once they got married, and that did not happen.
But in everything I've seen, he was always there. Like if she needed, he was the guy.
Yeah,
she would call. She was his fallback guy.
I think that he was the steadying force in her life. So unfortunate that they didn't stay together, because she might have lived a longer life.
Yeah, different lives. Yeah, so she was 36 when and it was an apparent self-induced overdose.
No.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
A lot of controversy.
Allegedly.
So.
We said nothing, CIA.
Yeah, nothing. No. Nothing.
That's Stardom Stat, brought to you by St. Augie's Pizza in downtown St. Augustine, right at the corner of Iberia and MLK. Get yourself a slice today, because it is delicious. Plugs. Tell us about trivia.
Yeah. We got trivia tonight. We got bollocks tonight. Thank you guys for filling in.
Of course.
And it was fun actually riding down the road and critiquing.
Oh my word!
From the road. So
the boss watches you and tells you what you're doing wrong. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Confidence is through the roof.
Hey! Look, I have to deal with that all the time in my house. So
that's true.
The boss is always constantly over me because I rent from the guy.
Yeah, that's why I don't rent from the guy. Yeah. Do you have any plugs?
That we have no more room.
Yeah, that too. And I come with 4 other humans.
Yeah,
so.
And 2 big ass dogs.
And 2 slightly discontented cats and a very loud bird. Any plugs, Blake?
I'm good.
All right. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to YouTube, and Rumble. Bollocks tonight trivia. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.